Hi Virgo, this is your latest money read. These are the cards that flipped out for you. And Virgo, wow, what I see is so powerful because this is definitely something that's divinely guided. As far as wealth and abundance, I do see that as your final outcome and almost like an otherworldly level. I see it as almost a again, divinely guided. I'm getting it's destined, it's beset. This is something that you have earned universally. You have sort of in the karmic sense, you have earned this. And so we're going to start off here with our main energy of the world, closing out a cycle, closing out a chapter, starting brand new. And I feel like this was a chapter of learning. This was a chapter of trial and error. And I also feel like it was a chapter of your own sense of self and your own sense of self-worth, and what you are willing to bring to the table, what you are willing to sacrifice, and what you are not willing to sacrifice. I feel like you learned these things. I feel like some of you in the past gave too much of yourselves. I feel like you gave too much, almost to a damaging amount. It was almost like you set yourself on fire to keep others warm. And you are closing that out. That is over and done with. You're not going to be doing that anymore. You're setting healthy boundaries. And with these healthy boundaries, it's not necessarily cruel boundaries to anyone. You're not being cruel at all. If anything, you're allowing yourself to matter once again. And I really feel like I'm getting this sense of, in the past, you gave your all and it was completely selfless. And while some may consider that an attribute, the truth is it is very damaging. You have to take time for self-care. You have to take time to remember that you matter too. You're a human too. It's not selfish to acknowledge that you're alive and existing and worthy of love and worthy of abundance and worthy of success. That's not selfish at all. That's human. I think it's very detrimental to your inner spirit to think of yourself as not worthy and everyone else, okay, I better take care of everyone else because I'm not worthy. Or if I give to myself, I'll be considered selfish. No, that's not selfish. That's that should be standard. You know, you need to take care of yourself first. They always say too, when you're in a plane, and there's that age-old, if a plane, you know, if you need to bring down the oxygen masks, you put one on yourself before you put one on your child. And the reason for that is if you do not put one on yourself first, you won't get around to putting one on your child. You're both going to go. You know what I mean? So you have to look out for yourself if you're going to provide for others. And I feel a lot of you can resonate with that, especially if you have a family, especially if you have a work system where you have employees. You have to make sure that everyone's doing well, including yourself. I'm getting that very strongly. So with this new chapter of the world, I think you're acknowledging that and you're welcoming it. And in turn, the universe is welcoming you into this new abundance, because let me tell you what I see. This is great. So we're going to go in our clarifying cards here. And of course, the first thing you see is the Five of Cups. Again, I feel like the loss. I feel like you felt a sense of loss in your past decisions and a sadness that came with that because you did give your all. You put your heart into it and you put your spirit into it and you were loyal and you were dedicated and it didn't work out, you know, or the cups fell over or people were, indifferent towards your efforts. And it's really just absolutely depressing. I feel like some of you actually went through a depression, if not work related, love related, but I'm also seeing that in the past, there was a job that you loved, that you were passionate about, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out, and you feel like a failure. Virgo, you are not a failure. This is life. You know, it's not supposed to work out every single time, unfortunately. But I feel like at the time, you didn't see the big picture of it, that this was part of a lesson that would lead you into another decision, that would lead you into this other abundance. You didn't see that part of it because you were in that moment. You weren't looking in hindsight. You were living it in the present at that time. And so I feel like it's normal. It's absolutely normal to grieve and to feel loss. It is human to feel sadness and, even be a little bit I can't really put the word into it right now, but it's almost like again, that unworthy. I'm feeling like you felt like you were unworthy, and that's so untrue. Now, of course, with the Five of Cups, you see the two cups behind this person, so there is opportunity right there. There's opportunity waiting for you, and you just didn't see it, but it's okay. You took your time to grieve, and I feel like this is the energy you came out of or are coming out of now. Again, with the two cups going into the Justice, the two scale, I feel like that duality again, that the duality again with the infinity symbol, two of them, so there's this duality of what you're giving, what the universe is seeing and the energy you're putting into your work and your finances and even your career, your passions, where you're putting your intent. The universe is paying attention to that, and it's paying you back. It's seen you struggle, it's seen your effort, and it's paying you back. It's almost like the universe is reminding you, oh yes, you're worthy. I'm going to show you you're worthy. That was just a little upset. That was to get you in the right position, in the right spot for me to bless you. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. You can't miss this. These are two major arcanas, the World and the Wheel of Fortune. The World being our main energy and the Wheel of Fortune being your outcome. That's abundance. And that's not just abundance, but it's divinely guided abundance. This is beset for you, Virgo. You struggled for a reason, and it was for that reason it brought you into that into this abundance now. If this hadn't happened, you wouldn't be here. So Virgo, I really hope this helps. Until next time, my loves, over and out.